A capacity crowd of 9,000 turned up at the Three Arena in Dublin to watch Katie Taylor take on Chantal Cameron for the second time last night, and it was easily as high in quality and entertainment value as any men's world title fight to take place this year. Arguably, Katie Taylor is the most well-known and decorated women's athlete in the world right now. More importantly, she's box office. She sells tickets on her boxing ability and achievements. Whereas in comparison, women's football has had huge investment, yet hasn't improved in quality and still struggles to find an audience and is dominated by some pretty unlikable characters. Taylor is legitimately one of the biggest names and biggest draws in boxing, and to make that achievement more impressive, when she started out, women were banned from boxing in Ireland, which just shows how far we've come in a very short time. But she's also lucky because she mostly competed in an era before biological women were forced to compete against trans women. Who knows over the past 5 years or so how many potentially world-beating women athletes have been injured out of their sport by being matched against biological males, and who knows how many have quit knowing they're being denied a fair playing field. How many women have been cheated out of a fantastic career in women's professional sport by unprincipled trans opportunists and gutless sporting bodies too scared to stand up to a malicious trans lobby? Only a few weeks ago, women players from a Yorkshire football league refused to play against a team fielding a trans woman player who broke one player's knee and put her out for an entire season. The 30-year-old former sex worker was sharing changing rooms with 16 and 17-year-old girls. So regardless of the potential for injury, the general welfare of other players was a huge issue too. Caster Semenya, a biological male born with internal testicles, has unfairly dominated women's 800-metre running for several years. Laurel Hubbard, a biological male New Zealand weightlifter, has unfairly won medals at world-level women's weightlifting events. Leah Thomas, a biological male US swimmer, has unfairly won medals at national-level women's swimming events. The only way for women athletes to combat these dishonourable terms of competition is to refuse to compete. So then nobody wins. To pretend that trans women are the same as biological women is a lie, and they need to compete separately. Anything else is indefensible and nauseating, and in the current climate, where women are intimidated out of sport by having to compete against biological males, there's a very good chance that someone like Katie Taylor never emerges as an athlete and a significant role model, and as someone who represents progressivism in a true sense and makes an enormous, extremely positive contribution to society through her endeavours.